Hey, speaking of greatness in the conference,
Yes.
Jerem,
Yes.
it's not often we get to welcome the first ever guest of our BYU Sports Nation simulcast back to the set, but we are doing that right now. Jeff Tourial, the
Jeff.
West Coast Conference Associate Commissioner. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you, Spencer and Jerem. Glad you're here. Glad the whole BYUtv crew is here. This is awesome.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. This is great to be here. We're super weirded out by the fact that we don't have like 4 games to do in like 3 hours
What
right
do
now.
we do after
so
this?
we're like, we don't even know what to do with our time. But this
I can put you to work. I mean, if that's what you're asking.
That's all right.
Okay.
I don't work enough. Anyway, the basketball media days, these have been in LA and San Francisco, all over the place. Las Vegas this year because of the 10-year anniversary, kind of a celebration this year of being in Vegas.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? So this is the first time that we've had this event here since we moved our tournament here back in 2009, of course, before BYU was in the conference, before I was here or any of our current staff. But we're certainly excited to be here to celebrate. I mean, the fact that this tournament has been here 9 years already, and this coming March will be the 10th, it shows how quickly time flies. I mean, I remember the first time before BYU was even a member of the West Coast Conference, and BYUtv came to our tournament in 2011 and broadcast tournament games. Like, how cool is that? And then BYU Sports Nation launches the TV simulcast. I mean, history is made in this spot here at the Orleans Arena.
Yeah, we're in a better spot here than we were over in the stand. I was by myself, like up on a,
I liked that platform.
I was just by myself. I was lonely, I think, is what I'm getting at.
That's
but
fair.
Yeah, we love being up here on the 3rd floor. It's great.
When did this idea to run media days as part of the 10-year anniversary come into play for the West Coast Conference?
So we've had the event in Los Angeles since 2012, and it's really worked well with another one of our television partners. We've done it in their studio, and they've been a great partner. They still are. But as we kick off this 10th anniversary celebration, which will really be a season-long celebration culminating in the tournament in March, we wanted to do something different. And so what we've done, in addition to, of course, the obvious, moving here to Las Vegas and the arena, is we've separated the events out. So today is the women's event and tomorrow's the men's. And in the past, they've been held concurrently. And based on feedback from coaches and student athletes, we wanted to try to give everybody the attention they deserve. And so as we went to separate them out, the arena, being a great partner, said they would love to host it, and so here we are.
Who doesn't want 2 days in Vegas in October?
That's exactly right. BYU's 1-6 in football. This was very well timed for us.
Thank you,
We
Jeff.
appreciate that.
As long as I'm not getting the blame for the football part.
Well, we're blaming everybody, so it's all good. So stay with us, by the way. In the next hour, we will tell you the coaches poll and the West Coast Conference preseason team for the women's side, tomorrow the men's. So what's the future of this tournament in Las Vegas? How long are you contracted with the Orleans Arena?
We're here in 2018, of course, this coming year, and then 2019 we're back as well. And then we'll talk to the arena and decide what's best for the conference. I mean, they've been a great partner. We've loved it here. The building's been full every year we've been here. We couldn't be happier, but we'll see what happens after that. But we're definitely here at least 2 more years.
What are those contracts like, those discussions like? Because it seems some people are like, well, why don't you just sign like a 20-year deal? But everything is fluid, right? Especially in college sports.
It is, and the danger with going too far out is dynamics change. If we have different schools in our conference or not in our conference and with different fan bases, of course, the city of Las Vegas, they could change what's important to them. The arena, Boyd Gaming, who owns this building, could decide that having an arena maybe isn't as important to them as it was. Who knows? So you don't want to go too far out. Concurrently, as you know, our tournament is one of the earlier ones as we finish on a Tuesday night, and many other conferences play through the following weekend. And that's part of our ESPN contract. Well, our ESPN contract also has these same 2 years remaining. So the summer of 19 will be a very busy one for us, but everything's kind of concurrent, and we'll reevaluate everything all at once.
Is the league still riding the high of Gonzaga having gone to the national championship game? Because that was quite a moment, not only for Gonzaga, but for the league as well.
Absolutely. I mean, they're the national runner-up until next March or April at least. So we want to milk that for all it's worth. What an incredible experience for them. And, they've got a lot of new faces on that team this year, but they've been in that situation before. So we'll see.
What does something like that do for a conference? Not just exposure for the WCC, but like how does that affect everything that you're trying to accomplish as the associate commissioner?
I mean, the exposure piece is incredible, and that's not something you could pay for if you had the dollars. I mean, you can't purchase that. But beyond that, it really helps legitimize our conference as a basketball conference. That's how we view ourselves. That's who we pretend to be. And now having a national runner-up. We had St. Mary's, advance to the second round again, and 2 top 25 teams start to finish, and they're both preseason top 25, depending on what poll you're looking at right now. So having those 2, and then how do we get a 3rd and a 4th into the discussion? And then when we get 3, how do we get a 4th and a 5th into the discussion? And so it's an ongoing process, and there's no easy fix. But certainly having a national runner-up, a team in the Final Four, doesn't hurt with any of that.
Yeah, BYU's hoping to be the number 3 team probably in that mix at least, right? What kind of race do you expect this year on the men's side where you do have 2 potentially, again, top 25 preseason teams?
Yeah, I mean, that's tough, right? I mean, you can never, ever discount what Gonzaga has done and what Mark Few has built there, and not only built, but has been able to sustain all these years with graduation and players leaving to go into the professional ranks. But they've been able to reload and really haven't dropped off. It's incredible. But boy, St. Mary's on paper they're pretty good.
Yes,
St. Mary's is really talented, and they bring back almost all of their offense. They have to replace Joe Rahan defensively, so they'll have to figure that out. But Randy Bennett has accomplished quite a bit in Moraga, and so it's going to be a fun race to watch. And then really, as you kind of look at the next grouping, there's so much unknown. I don't know. That's the fun part of this time of year, at least fun for us.
Yeah, we don't know with BYU a little bit. Yeah,
I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's very fair.
What about on the women's side? Teams leading the charge and earning, I guess, accolades moving into what we expect to be another exciting season.
Yeah, and on the women's side, last year, we had 3 postseason teams again, and so I think San Diego's a team that on the women's side has consistently been a postseason caliber team. St. Mary's has been a postseason caliber team, BYU and Gonzaga. And so I don't know. I think it's going to be fun. And look at what San Francisco did coming in 2 seasons ago now and winning this tournament as a 6th seed. So I think the women's side will be.
Jeff.
Just making sure you knew.
Against BYU. Yes.
Oh, I remember. I remember.
I left that part out.
Yeah, you did. You did. But I remembered. What else is going on in the league that's getting attention nationally right now?
I mean, clearly it's been a great fall for us, and you look at the success in particular BYU cross country has had. Portland cross country has been terrific. You mentioned Pepperdine soccer ranked 13th right now, and we've got strong volleyball as well at the top end of our conference. So really the fall has been super strong, and we're hoping to finish out that way and then carry that, of course, into men's and women's basketball.
Oh, yeah, I guess BYU women's volleyball has
they're number 8.
They've done some good things,
right.
Remember
right?
that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm forgetting that San Francisco tournament loss a little bit easier now.
Jeff, what are you looking forward to most over these next few days here at the Orleans Arena?
It's really a lot of fun. We've got a lot of great activities for the coaches and student athletes. For us as a conference, it's an opportunity to do interviews and capture content that we can use all season long on our digital platform, and also come March on the video board here at Orleans. So we'll be doing a lot of that content capture. We've got a live show. Of course, you guys are live a couple hours today and tomorrow. And then the coaches in the afternoon get together and have a 2-hour meeting that I will not be a part of, and I'm okay with that.
Can we get that on Facebook Live, that meeting?
I don't think you'd want to watch that.
Put it on the gram, right, Jerem?
I want to see Coach.
Thing. It's Insta. It's not the gram.
See?
Oh, our time's run out with Jeff.
Thank you.
Don't bring rational
We've been buds
conversation
for what,
to this.
7 years, but that's just not a thing.
Yeah, good.
Sorry.
Oh.
Jeff, it's great.
I can't
to
hear
talk
out of my
to you,
left
man.
ear. That's weird. It's not
Thank
working.
you for having me. Have fun, guys.
You got it. We
Thanks,
wish you the
Jeff.
best of luck moving forward.
Thank you, and we'll be sitting in these seats before you know it again in March.
I know.
Seriously.